okay, so you're making your money, and the money's
Right.
starting to really stack up.
Right.
You end up buying a nightclub for your brother Charles.
Yeah, I bought it from him.
You bought a car lot.
I bought a car lot on Gratiot in 15 Mile. Never forget that. That's where actually I got the Berliner from.
Hmm.
One of the white guys out there is the one that kind of turned me on to the connection out in Florida. John Scott, he's passed now, so that's all right.
You bought a limo service.
Yeah, I had a limo service that I used at the hall.
Mm-hmm.
You did your homework, didn't you?
I did. And you bought 2 gas stations.
Yeah. That's where we all
And,
hung out at. Me, Maserati, Rick, everybody kind of hung up there. That's where we kind of clicked up together. Days like that, go up there, sit around, and that's where I met Kathy at that gas station right there.
Right.
On
That's what I was
Van
going to
Dyke,
say.
right.
So you own this gas station. This pretty lady pulls up.
And I just said, I'm going to pump her gas. Let me get her gas. So I said, what do you want, miss? Don't worry about it. It's on me. And that's when I met her.
Okay. And I guess you were going through a divorce at the time of your first
I was
wife.
going through the divorce with my first wife then.
Okay. So you go and meet Kathy Volson.
Right.
Did I pronounce her name right?
That's absolutely right.
You met Kathy Volson at your gas station. You pumped her gas. You guys started dating.
Right.
You guys end up getting married.
Right.
But Kathy has a very interesting background because she was the niece of the mayor of Coleman A. Young, who was the first black mayor of Detroit.
Absolutely. And one of the most powerful black mayors for a long time in Detroit.
Right. And the way this guy sort of ran his operation was that whole family basically felt like they were above the law.
If that's where you want to put it, I guess so. But I wouldn't say above the law. They didn't feel like they was above the law.
Okay. But they had a very interesting background. So
yes. Matter of fact,
so
she was married to, she was engaged with Vinnie Johnson at the time.
Okay. Got it. Well, I guess Kathy's father, Willie Clyde Volson Jr.,
right,
was married to Mayor Young's sister, Juanita Clark, and he was a drug kingpin.
Okay, let's get that straight, too. They were not married. He was married already. He was dating Kathy's mother. They were never legally married.
Aha. Okay. Well, you end up marrying Kathy.
Right.
She got pregnant with your child. And the baby shower was actually held at the mayor's mansion.
Absolutely.
So here you have the mayor's niece and this drug kingpin having a baby shower at the mayor's mansion, and everything's starting to get all intermixed at this point.
What do you mean intermixed?
Well, I mean, now you're sort of part of this whole
I'm working my
family.
way. I put it like I'm working my way in. Let's put it like that first. I just didn't mix up, but I was working my way in.
Got it. Now, in the process of being married to Kathy and starting to make your way into this political family,
what you finna say is I get the perks. I started getting perks. Let's put it like that.
Start getting perks.
Yeah.
There you go. And one of the perks was a direct line to Gil Hill.
Right,
he was the head of homicide.
He was head of homicide. Right.
And Gil actually has a very interesting background because he appeared as a police inspector in the movie
Eddie Murphy's movie, Beverly Hills Cop or whatever it is. Yeah, that's right. He was an inspector.
Which was a huge film. That was a huge
It was a real big
blockbuster
film, matter of fact. Yes, it was.
Okay. So now you have a line into the police department.
Several, but go ahead.
Several lines.
Yeah.
And I guess you were actually, I guess Kathy was able to actually get confidential files that the police had on you.
True.
Okay. And you were paying off the police the whole time.
What, do you think I was getting them chicken feed? But no, yeah, I was paying them off.
Okay. So give me an example of how a police payoff works.
You don't actually just pay them off. You just say, here, you would throw them something and then say, hey, go out lunch on me or have dinner on me. And you actually easing your way in. You just don't how much it costs me or how you might say, I might walk up and say, here, man, take your family out, get something to eat. Here's 10,000, and they give it. Okay, it's like a pay. It's not like a you owe me 50,000 or you owe me. No, it don't work like that. I don't know what other people do, but that's what I was doing. I might make a big lump sum of money and say, here, man, go have your family, take your family out to eat, or here's a Christmas present, here's a bonus, anything. Because they was
you just
close.
start throwing
It
them
was
money.
family.
Yeah, got it. So you were just throwing thousands of dollars all the time.
If you want to quit throwing it, I wasn't throwing it. I was just giving it to them.
Okay. And I guess there was even an instance at one point you got pulled over by a police officer.
You was doing your back work, huh?
Yep.
I got pulled over by an officer one day, and I mentioned Kathy's mother, and he knew Juanita. And matter of fact, I put him on the phone. He talked to her. And after that, it was history.
Right.
I was dirty. I'll put it like that. I was dirty, yes. If that's what you're trying to get to, I'm giving it to you.
Right, because I guess when he pulled you over, he saw the drugs in the back seat, but since he knew who you were, he was like, don't worry about it. Do you need a police escort to wherever you're going?
Right. But I was cool after that. I didn't need the police escort, but he asked me if he wanted me to take me on in. But I felt I was comfortable. I was cool.